Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about some news that broke a couple days ago. Apparently, Disney is going to be doing a live action CGI remake of Robin Hood. That's right, the movie with the fox as the titled character. We've had so many Robin Hood movies throughout the years, some that a lot of people didn't care about, and they bombed badly, like that Taron Egerton one, or the Russell Crowe film. I didn't even bother watching the Taron Egerton one, even though I heard someone I know said it was okay. Personally, no. Nobody on the internet. Because everybody on the internet was like, this is, or at least most people I saw were like, this is not so great. So I avoided it and didn't care much for it. It fell off my radar after a while too. And the Russell Crowe one, I own it. I don't know why I own it, because I haven't seen it since I first watched it. So there you go on that. And other than Russell Crowe in it, playing the title character, I don't remember much else about it. The Kevin Costner one, obviously. There's also Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which is the Mel Brooks directed comedy. I'm sure a lot of people like that version. And then there's the old ones from, the 50s and 30s and stuff like that. Look, the Robin Hood one from Disney, though, is the one that most people think about. Just like when they think about any fairy tale that comes from Disney, usually it's that version of that story from Disney that people think about first. And the Robin Hood one with the fox is easy to remember. Oh yeah, the Robin Hood with the animals. I remember that one because it's the only one. So to make this into a live action movie is really interesting. I actually thought about that after I had seen The Lion King, and somebody on one of the podcasts I listened to, I don't remember if it was Collider or something else, where they said, hey, it would be cool if they did Robin Hood next. And I was like, oh wow, that would actually be pretty interesting if they did, Robin Hood with animals that look real. Maybe give them a little facial expressions this time. I get what they were going for with The Lion King. And, I've been growing more accustomed to the new live-action Lion King. I still prefer the animated version more, but because the live-action version is literally just a copy of the animated version. Just looks real, which is what's impressive about it. Robin Hood, hopefully they have to make a lot of changes, because the movie, just like The Jungle Book, is a little outdated by this point. And I don't know what songs you can carry over, because Robin Hood, I'm going to admit this, I've seen it, it's a movie I rarely seen. I've seen it, but it's not one that I hold dear like a lot of other Disney classics. And probably because I just didn't grow up with it as much. Well, I know other people out there have grown up with it and really enjoy it. My Disney films were more from the 80s and 90s, like The Great Mouse Detective. That was like one of the first Disney animated movies I really enjoyed when I was a kid. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, Aladdin, and everything, most movies that followed after. Those were my Disney films. I like some of the classics too, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. Actually, that one I got more later on. But 101 Dalmatians, Peter Pan, those were the classics that I really enjoyed growing up as well. Robin Hood just didn't fly under the radar for me for some reason. But I do think it would make an interesting movie. What's more interesting about this is that it's being said that it will be going to Disney Plus. Now, Disney Plus obviously is more for higher budget TV shows. Like if you've seen The Mandalorian, the quality on the show in The Mandalorian almost looks movie-like. It's really amazing. I just rewatched the whole series again recently since, we're all in lockdown. Might as well binge all of The Mandalorian, all 8 episodes. So I'm looking forward to the Marvel shows because of that as well. And one of the movies that they had was Lady and the Tramp when they launched. The writer of that movie, the Lady and the Tramp movie, is going to be writing this film. I find it interesting that they're putting Robin Hood, though, on Disney Plus, considering the fact that they're saying it's going to be live-action CGI. So are they going to go for a more realistic look of CGI? Or are they going to maybe make it a little bit more cartoony, not too realistic. Like find a medium part there, because I can't imagine them putting a lot of money into this to make it look as beautiful as The Lion King looked. Because whatever you think of The Lion King's final product, it was a beautiful movie to look at how realistic it looked. Are they going to make it look that realistic? And if so, doesn't that cost a lot of money? I think it's interesting that Disney Plus is the one that they're going with this, because I see this as a more higher expensive film to make. If you're going to go CGI live action, right? No? I don't know, because the thing about Lady and the Tramp was that they were using real dogs. They put some enhanced features on the dogs' faces to make them look like they were actually talking. But other than that, you could tell, yeah, this is a cheaper movie to make than Dumbo or Aladdin or The Lion King. I'm just confused at how they're going to pull off Robin Hood if they're going all CGI live action with it. It's interesting, and I don't know. I think Robin Hood should be. This is a movie I think that should go to the big screen, because I think there's money to be. I feel that if you really make a successful live action CGI Robin Hood movie with the animals talking and all, I think you could make a lot of money. I think people would go and see that in the theaters because, hey, this is a Robin Hood type of movie. I want to see the Fox Robin Hood in live action on the big screen. It's a surprising move. I'll say that. But hey, look, whatever. Disney Plus comes right on Disney Plus in the comfort of my own home. I'll watch it, sure. But I'm just saying, the move would be more, I think. Maybe it's because Dumbo didn't do as successful as they were hoping for. I don't know. And Christopher Robin didn't do that great in theaters as well. So maybe they're realizing maybe the older movies just don't translate to the younger audience today. I don't know. You'd think that the parents would bring their kids to see some of these live-action remakes. Instead, the ones from the 90s, like Lion King, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast, are knocking it out of the park. And maybe it's because those movies, more people love those animated films. And that's why those 90s... But then again, why did The Jungle Book do so successful? And even Maleficent. I looked up the box office for Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. The sequel did actually pretty well. It made, I think, around $400 million, if I remember correctly. So, over $400 million. So, the sequel did pretty good, you know? It didn't do as well as the first movie, which I think made around over $800 million. But still, worldwide, by the way. I'm talking about worldwide. You know, so, like, I don't know. Either way, look, I'm looking forward to this movie. I wonder what's going on with that Lilo and Stitch movie that they said they were going to do for Disney Plus also. I'm looking forward to that one because that one's going to need a CGI character also. And I think that movie will tell us what the CGI characters could look like. But I think that movie would be easier to make because Stitch, well, then you also got the aliens, right? Lilo and Stitch will show us what kind of a budget the Robin Hood movie will have. So, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys comment below and share your thoughts. Do you want to see this Robin Hood movie come to life? Or do you think it's a film adaptation that they should just leave alone? Comment below. Look, even if it doesn't turn out to be good, at least you're not wasting money on it, right? Especially if you already have Disney Plus. But if it turns out to be great, you know, this could be another Jungle Book. Who knows? With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care.